blends be meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' instrumental. Are you ready? Set. As hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show. But rocket fuel. What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd gets set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ready? White 25. We don't want this. Check. Come on. Sunday.
They'll run here with Balaj. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Balaj. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist, twist. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the twist.
Now Balaj. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
A first down throw for Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They run it with Balaj. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Black 22. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Easy. Hey. Pop. Hey, Milo. Man, I got you.
On third down, Winston. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 23-yard line.
Back to throw is Evans on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Evans. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's Evans on third down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 23 here on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Slam. Check. Crunch.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch it. And even. Kill. Easy.
Now they try the right side here. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Flip it. Alert 3. 25. Check 20. Easy. Hey. Watch the safety creep. Hey, let's get a good person.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. They'll try and run with Balaj. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Easy. Jam. Switch. Slam. Check 3. Switch. Check safety.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ready. White 25. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Pick the edge. Go. Check. Lucky. Hey, 5 on the 50.
Now a handoff looking right, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually...
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Watch twins.
Evans to throw from his end zone. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now it's Peterson. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Ready? Blue lady. Hey, let's get in that hole. Kill. Here we go, even.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check 26. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Even. Check nickel. Let's convert. Double up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
46-yard line.
You got tape. You got 5-0. He's checking. Crash.
On the toss, here's Balaj.
They did a really nice job there. Defensively, they strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
6 man. Check curls. Mike 20.
From the gun, Winston. And that's complete. It's Watson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And I can see why they're ranked 4th in the NFL against the run. I mean, they are tough to move the ball against. I mean, they have a little bit of everything, right? Run stoppers inside, guys who can make plays outside.
We've seen them shut down running games already this year. They're at it again.
Shoot. Mike 20. Wait. Check your hot read. Watch out. Flip it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
That's it. 5 on the 50.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Banjo. Check, check. Front now. Front. Front egg. Out, 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 out. Check 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Noah Fant, his 17th touchdown now on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Six guard. Check 6 guard. Check 52. Check 9.
Now a handoff looking right. And an alley to run. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. 3 buzz, 3 buzz. Showing up, showing up. Under 10, under 10, 10. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kalen Ballage, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Evans now. on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Back to throw is Evans. To throw on 3rd down. He'll find Metcalf. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. DK Metcalf with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 16.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check 24. Check 24.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Hit. Watch the twist.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 13. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Henry. Rush 56.
From the gun, Evans. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Here I come.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Wait.
Hey, turn it out. Check.
Green, triple T.
No. Off. Check 31. Check.
Again, it's Balaj. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Ready. Black, 22.
You. Watch that. SOS. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Easy.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier.
Here we go.
Now they're out there again to try once more.
Slam. Check. Crunch.
Hey, even.
Crunch. Check.
And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
Here's Evans. From the gun, he'll throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
We play to win.
The end result, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Drive on. Let's go one more.
Evans on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Watch the edge.
They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Coming this way, here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Watch the safety tree.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Switch gears.
Hey, let's get a conversion.
Shift.
And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 9.
Green, triple team.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Flip it. Off.
There we go, Mike 20. Cut.
Green, triple team.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. This D wanted to put it away before we even get a bit further.
While they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
All right, T, let's check. Lucky. Back. Check.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. See, we got motion. Back up.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Check 37. Check 37.
Here we go. Even.
Check 49.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He was taken down at the 50-yard. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Even.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Jaguars. Kalen Ballage with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the 2-point conversion.
Let's make these babies. Wait.
To throw, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Oh, you got deep? Check. Check hot, right set. Hey, alert 3, alert. Watch twist. Watch out. You go tight. You got tight. Same on.
Now Evans operating from the gun. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, Evans. He completes this one to Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You ain't got nothing. Nothing. Watch out.
Back to throw. Evans. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Jaguars 16.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Check. Fresno. Out. Check 3.
Let's convert.
And to give this time to the tailback. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Watch the way. 5-0.
Now they try the right side here. He'll have a first down past the 40. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Push him back. Check 4. Check 3.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 32.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Under 10. Under 3.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 23 yards, the final tally.
Man, I got
57. Mike, 57.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Evans now. From the gun, he'll throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. And the pressure gets to him again. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on fourth and goal. Looking to throw. Evans. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. He couldn't get the ball away on fourth and goal. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Tight go, tight go, tight go.
Joker, 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 Joker. Check the backer, check the backer. Check, check.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
Come on, boy. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now they try the right side here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Easy. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion. Wait. Check 13. Check 13.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again.
Ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Kill. 66. Pull it high. Check. Easy. Green, triple C. Let's go.
Winston to throw for it on fourth. And able to find Conley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Ready. Flag. 22 got 20. Let's get the ball. No. Off. 5-0. Mike 20. Mike orbit. Double dog. That's the way. Hey, Mike 20. We got to get. Wait. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Check 31. And even.
Throwing on second down. Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.